Grogan again. Sends both backs out of the backfield.
Oh, way over.
Fires incomplete. Way over the hands of the intended receiver. This is Charles Phillips with the interception. And Cliff Branch. Stabler, tight end, Casper, first down, and more. And the big one goes down to the 16-yard line. Banaszak, Robisky to setback. Stabler fires in the end zone. David Casper, touchdown, Oakland. Banaszak remains a setback. The 3 wide receivers in. Second down, 12. Screen pass to go to Banaszak. And the aging one, a 13-year veteran that seems to always get it done for Oakland, comes up with another first down. Third down, the first down to be made at the 2. The ball's at the 4. Whittington again. That's 6. You can write home to mom about that one. Andy Johnson, right side. Got him a hole. Found an opening and turns it on. Yes, sir. Over midfield. Down to the 47-yard 7 remaining in the first half. They need to get something moving. He fumbles. Cunningham drops the ball, and that is going to hurt Oakland. Oh, big Casper. Casper. First down inside the 10-yard line. Tim Fox upended Casper. 35-yard attempt. Hooks it to the left. No good. And only Morgan, wide receiver, top of your screen. Both backs into pass pattern for Grogan. Grogan. This is the big tight end, Russ Francis, and he dances down the sidelines for a first down at the 39-yard line of Oakland. Your screen, Morgan, bottom of your screen. Those are the wide receivers. Francis is open on 6-point. Grogan right on target.
You can never say that this man's not a competitor because he really is, and he doesn't have, I would say, the highest regard for his body. I mean, man, he'll throw it out there, let him take a look at it, but he just saw that flag laying down there and did the best he could to get there, and I think you called it right on break. He came up about a half a yard short.
Second down, call it a long 8. Grogan fakes the draw. He's wide open as Andy Johnson. And Johnson inside the 20-yard line. He's down to the 16-yard line, taken out of bounds by Monty Jackson. First down, New England.
That's some really good blocks. We're going to pick up a lot of them, but you're going to watch Sam Adams, number 61, out here in front. Now, dude, he just falls on him. He's the last one there. And he says there's nobody out there. Once again, he put Francis over in front of Villapiano. Had a good block on him. Cut to the outside. There's nobody there but green grass.
First and 10. Oakland's own 44-yard line. Stabler. Down he goes. Hustling in there. Number 56, Rod Schote. Grogan up on top again. And open is Morgan. And Morgan steps out of bounds for the first down. The ball just short of midfield. Grogan. He'll run for the first down. Dives over the 45-yard line to the 44. Flag is down.
He threw a flag on Hendricks.
Late hit. Villapiano and Hendricks were both there along with Charles Phillips. Calhoun, single setback. Johnson is the wingback. I don't understand that one. Why did you want to Willie Hall? Seconds ticking out here in the third quarter.
Stabler makes a pretty good move.
Right there.
Yeah, right there to get away from Tony McGee.
And you're watching another exclusive of ABC Sports. That's the end of the third quarter with the score Oakland 14, New England 14. We'll return for the fourth quarter in just a moment. Low snap. Brought up right. Wide to the left. McAllister 37. Stabler. Out of time. And it's complete. And it goes out to Morris Bradshaw. Stabler beats the clock. Throws out to Cliff Branch. Branch is down to the 30-yard line. Another open first down. On second down and 8. Stabler in trouble.
Boy, was he ever.
Oop, and down he goes. Back at the 37-yard line. Stabler will go down again. This time back to the 47-yard line. Here come the black shirts. And he fires it out, and it goes out to number 86. That's Stanley Morgan. The ball resting at the 35-yard line.
You like Francis?
Russ Francis.
You like Francis?
Monty Johnson runs him down. He drops the ball, but it'll be ruled dead at the 11-yard line. The official said play action action again. Brogan giving himself an option. He's in a lot of trouble and gets out of it. Fired, intercepted, and it's picked off, I believe. Over, Bradshaw overthrown and picked off. It's Mike Haynes. And Haynes gets down inside the 35-yard line to the 34. 1:13 remaining on the clock, and New England has 3 timeouts. They really haven't got used to Nick Lowry yet.
Look at that.
He's got a wide open field.
Yes, sir.
Hill may go in. No, he's taken out of bounds down at the 3-yard line, but Brogan roared down the left side, hiding the ball. Took New England to the playoffs in '76 with 11-3 mark. Cunningham.
Yeah.
Touchdown. 16 seconds on the clock. Hangs it up. 3rd interception of the night. This one by Dick Kahn.
Turn out the lights. The party's over.
Kahn is down. The ball game is over. New England.
Patriots were down on the goal line. 1st and goal at the 3.5-yard line. Tried 3 times to run the ball and then fumbled. Did not get the ball. Could not get it across the goal line running the ball.
Host of penalties called, 11 in all against the Raiders. 2nd and 10. And again, Bledsoe facing the rush has it knocked away. We've seen 3 interceptions by Terry McDaniels, running 1 in for a touchdown. Bledsoe, 18 of 43, 269 yards. Got off very poorly and then came on in the 2nd quarter. He's thrown for 2. He's been intercepted 3 times. It's a 3rd down and 10.
And we
at
saw
the 17.
We saw that time the 2 linebackers were in his face. That's one of the things the Raiders have been doing most of the afternoon, are sending at least 1 linebacker.
Bledsoe going to the middle, the diving catch by Ben Coates. So the tight end Coates comes up with his 8th reception for 110 yards. He has 43 for the season, leading the AFC.
I think Eddie Anderson here just throws the guy on the ground, and that's Fredrickson. He throws him on the ground, and Eddie Anderson comes up and makes a pop. That's a legal hit to try to save him from getting the 1st down. They don't have the 1st down. They're going to be, boy, it looks like from here almost a yard short.
Is short.
Not a yard, but short. Now, 3:56. The clock will be running. They're going to go for it. But just think about something, folks. They have been able to run the ball all day long.
Bill Parcells in the early going. Trying with Marion Butts, but again, he not able to get anything going. Leroy Thompson got the call. But again, both teams ineffective on the ground. It's 4th and about a half yard as they line up tight, and Bledsoe off the surge. And the question is, where will they spot him?
He did not.
Raiders try to take the ball away.
Baker was pulling his leg back, but you know the question, he only needed about 10 inches. It's a very nice mark.
And again, they call for the yardstick. We're down to 3:45 remaining in this 4th quarter. 28 attempts on the ground for the Patriots, only 50 yards. And it is New England, 1st down.
Well, twice we've seen on short yardage New England that they went to the quarterback instead of handing the ball off to the backs.
Patriots 1st down from their 27. The Raiders 23 carries, 83 yards. Deep drop by Bledsoe. And the pass incomplete. Intended for Ben Coates.
Well, Baker, number 54, was all over Coates, and That's why all the people are booing. Now remember, you can check within the 5 yard. 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. Here he comes. Here's Coates in the middle. Binkard's there. Got his arm on him. Now he gets Winston Moss just drills him in the head as he comes through. And that's, the people are seeing it on the board here. Bledsoe is beside himself.
It'll be a 2nd down and 10 at the 27. Bledsoe trying the middle, and it was broken up. The pass intended for Brisby, who was well covered by Albert Lewis. That sets up a 3rd and 10 at the 27-yard line. We'd like to welcome those of you who have been watching Denver and Seattle, and the Broncos win their first of the season as they defeat the Seahawks 16-9. Marv Albert with Paul McGuire from Foxborough. 3.5 to go in the 4th. Raiders 21 and the Patriots 17. 3rd down and 10 for Bledsoe. He couldn't find anyone, and he is taken down. 2nd sack of the day for the Raiders, both for Anthony Smith, who came into today's game with only 1 for the season.
And Anthony Smith told us last night, I'm going back to my old techniques. My new stuff isn't working. My old stuff used to work. I was getting a lot of sacks, and I will get sacks tomorrow. Well, he got 2 so far.
So Pat O'Neill punting from his 10. Tim Brown on the fair catch. Out of the 43-yard line, a 36-yard punt. We'll be back in Foxborough in a moment. Shattered. Right now, Patriot fans' spirits are shattered, although still quite a bit of time remaining. 3:14 to go, but the Patriots, a revitalized franchise. They have come a long way in the last couple of years, but trailing the Raiders 21-17. Harvey Williams with a short pickup. Mike Pitts, Todd Collins combined to make the stop. It'll be a 2nd down. 2nd and 8 at the 46. And now Bill Parcells calls for time. Bill Parcells taking over the head coaching job here last season. Went through some rough times at the start, but finished at 5 up and 11 down following some very difficult years. 1-15, 6-10, 2-14. Last year they were 1 up and 11 down at one point, but Paul, they won their last 4, fueling much optimism for this season. They finally got new ownership. The President, Chief Executive Officer right there, Bob Kraft, who, as we mentioned earlier in our telecast, at times you get the idea he could run for mayor of Boston. He was greeted by a thunderous reception prior to the game, and he's going through the crowd shaking hands.
He really did. You got to be willing to do things like that. But Kevin Turner is the guy to put it in the right perspective. He's just said, when you take a look at our football team, before we used to be able to come to a 4 o'clock game, about 2:30, just drive right on up, come on in. He said, now we came over here like 1:45, and we had a delay of about 20 minutes. So these people are really behind the Patriots.
2nd down and 8 at the 46-yard line with 3:09 remaining in the 4th quarter. Williams, who has run well in the second half, stopped by the nose tackle Tim Goad, along with strong safety Harlan Barnett. It'll be a 3rd down and 5, and the Patriots call for time once again.
They have 1 more left, and the Raiders have 1. But that running game, folks, that just joined us, that's the kind of running game that we've seen this entire football game. It has been absolutely nothing for either team. I think the longest run is a 9-yard run.
And that by Kevin Turner. Earlier, the longest run by the quarterback, Drew Bledsoe, for 7. Well, the Raiders 25 carries, 88 yards on the ground. And look at New England, 28 for 50 yards. Harvey Williams with 65 of the 88 yards on the ground for the Raiders.
It's interesting, and when the Patriots were ahead at one time in this ball game, they are down now 21-17, but when they were ahead and they ran the ball a couple of times, they got booed. They wanted Bledsoe to throw it.
And this crowd getting behind the Patriots defense. They're standing and cheering. Third down and 5 at midfield. Hostetler off the roll. Hostetler throwing downfield, and it's broken up. The coverage by Maurice Hurst. Alexander Wright, the intended receiver, so it brings up a 4th and 5, and the punting unit will check in.
Marv, I want you to look at this section of the field. All the receivers are in one area. If I can get this thing cleared. All right. Here they come. Look at all the receivers. Now, this is not a rollout. He goes out on his own. Hostetler. Hold it. Stop it right there. Take a look. Here's a receiver. Right here. There's one here. And there's one right here. And my pen's broken again. But these guys are all in one area.
Fifth punt of the day for Gossett. Ray Crittenden is back. That is 10. Crittenden breaking tackles and taken down at the 18-yard line. A 40-yard punt and an 8-yard return. Rob Fredrickson, the rookie from Michigan State, made the stop, and with 2 minutes and 43 seconds remaining and 1 timeout to go, the Patriots back to the offense, trailing 21-17.
And this team really, even this is second year, they really believe in this guy. They believe that Bledsoe can get it done.
Drew Bledsoe coming off the excellent game against Green Bay, named the AFC Offensive Player of the Week, got off to the poor start here today and then came on. But not one of his better all-around games. 19 for 46, 280 yards, 2 touchdowns, picked off 3 times by Terry McDaniel. Bledsoe to throw on first down. He has the running back, Leroy Thompson. He was stopped by the outside linebacker, Winston Moss. It'll be a 2nd down and 3. Patriots in the hurry-up. Bledsoe stepping up. And went sideline, and for Brisbane.
Lionel Washington was playing Brisbane on the outside. If that ball would have been, if Lionel Washington could have gotten around the other side, this could have been intercepted for a touchdown. Here is a dangerous pass across the field. Look at Washington's there. There was no chance for the ball for either one of them.
Lionel Washington operating as the nickel back. Albert Lewis inserted into the starting lineup. A couple of changes by the Raiders today. Lewis starting at right corner, and the rookie Rob Fredrickson starting at the outside linebacker for Aaron Wallace. Bledsoe got the time, and Vincent Griswold with the first down and more, just intent on holding on to the ball at midfield. That's good for 24 yards as we come up on the 2-minute warning. So that will provide a timeout. When we come back, first down at the 50 for New England. We're down to 2 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter. The Raiders have come from behind. They were trailing 17-7. Touchdown pass from Hostetler. And then a 3-yard touchdown run by Hostetler. But the Patriots starting out at the 50-yard line. Ben Coates on the reception, just a short pickup. And for Coates, his 9th catch for 112 yards. An advance of 5. It'll be a 2nd down and 5. Down at the 45-yard line. A sideline pattern, but short of the first down. Leroy Thompson was kept away from the marker, and he comes up short. The tackle made by Mike Jones.
See, one of the things that happens when you're in a 6 defensive back setup, in the middle of the field becomes open. They give you the middle so that you can keep the clock moving.
Leroy Thompson has the first down, and the clock is moving. We're down to 1:15 remaining in this 4th quarter, and the Raiders are up by 4 points. Patriots using their final timeout. Well, following the game, it'll be Unsolved Mysteries. That's coming up right here on NBC, followed by Sequest, and then the network television premiere of Shattered. Viewers on the West Coast will see these shows at their regularly scheduled times. They'll be following the Patriots and the Raiders. Drew Bledsoe now 23 of 51, 321 yards, another 300-plus day for the second-year quarterback out of Washington State. He's thrown 2 touchdowns, but has been intercepted 3 times. All 3 picks by the left corner, Terry McDaniel.
But Parcells telling us that they'll remember you for the games that you win at the end of the game that get you to the playoffs. And this is one of those games. You can have all the stats you want, and they'll throw away all the interceptions, not on your stat sheet, but the people will forget about him if he comes along and wins the football game. But they need a touchdown.
Minute 14 remaining in the 4th quarter. And Bledsoe throwing deep. Pass intended for Ray Crittenden, double covered by Terry McDaniel and Eddie Anderson.
You know, Marv, what happens, I mentioned this before, when you run 6 defensive backs and you're in kind of a prevent defense, the middle of the field becomes open, especially now, because here they want to force you to throw the ball in the middle of the field so that you can't get out of bounds and stop the clock. The Patriots have no more timeouts. They would love for you to throw the ball in the middle.
2nd and 10 down at the Raider 38. Bledsoe with the sideline pass that was tipped, intended for Michael Timpson, who was covered by the extra defensive back, James Trapp.
All right, here it is, Bledsoe. But if you look down the middle of the field is open. But you got people running all in the same area, and the ball is tipped. You've got to come back and throw the ball in the middle. Even because you have 1:04, you have plenty of time to get downfield and throw the ball down and kill the clock.
It is a 3rd and 10. Bledsoe gets it away, and it's caught but short of the first down. Caught by Leroy Thompson, and a flag has been thrown. Mike Jones with the wraps on Leroy Thompson.
The flag is thrown in the secondary, and it's offensive pass interference. The question is now, do you want the penalty? Because it will still be now 4th and about 7.
Pass interference by the offense, number 87. 10-yard penalty, repeat 3rd down.
They call Ben Coates on it now. He comes down in the middle of the field. He's coming down right here, and they call that pass interference. I mean, tell you, that is a cheap call. It is contact outside the 5 zone, but he's running downfield. He's trying to run a pattern. Come on.
And the question here is, you make it 4th and 7 or 3rd and 20, and the Raiders go for the 3rd down and 20. Back at the 48, Steve Hawkins has come in as the extra wide receiver, and Bledsoe fires it.
Now what happened that time, Anthony Smith was in again and hit his arm. As he went to throw the ball, Smith hit his arm.
And that will bring up a 4th down, 4th and 20, and a very strong second half for Anthony Smith.
Oh, watch this here. Here he comes right on the right-hand side. He goes up and hits his arm and knocks the ball away. Now that penalty is a great call.
4th down and 20 with 51 seconds remaining. 4th quarter, and the Raiders leading the Patriots 21-17. So the game has come down to this play, and Bledsoe almost intercepted. James Trapp could not make the catch.
If he makes the catch, he walks to the end zone. Bledsoe had the heat on him. I mean, they were coming. He had to throw the ball away, and James Trapp, I mean, he just dropped the ball.
This is a guy with world-class speed, and he was thinking of the race to the end zone.
You look at this. Bledsoe has to get rid of the ball. Look at Trapp. He's all by himself out there, and he's stumbling hit him right in the shoulder pads.
James Trapp, a member of the 1992 United States Olympic team, as an alternate in the 400-meter relay. However, the Raiders take over with 46 seconds remaining. We talked with the Raider coaches last night about the fact whether they consider this a desperation game. They didn't want to use the word desperation. They said certainly a sense of urgency has has come about, but the Los Angeles Raiders with a very strong performance to win on the road against a team that had won 3 straight. And the Raiders will go to a record of 2-3, while the Patriots drop to 3 up and 3 down. So that will do it. And Art Shell certainly feeling better about things as he heads back to the West Coast. The Raiders have Miami next week in Miami, while next Sunday the Patriots will play the Jets at Giant Stadium in the New Jersey Meadowlands.
Play was yet to come.
The direct snap to Brady. Standing in there. Looks to the left, loses the football. It's on the ground. A fumble, and the Oakland Raiders recover. With 1 minute and 43 to go, it did look as though his arm was moving forward. And I don't know if this one will be looked at once again. As we look at it, Brady's arm was coming forward. The Patriots cannot call for a replay inside the 2-minute warning. Walt Coleman still looking at the replay of this one. We're waiting for the referee to make his determination because the ball game is riding on it.
After reviewing the play, the quarterback's arm was going forward. It is an incomplete.
All right. Patriots retain the ball. And a huge break for the Patriots. 2nd down and 10. The Patriots must get into field goal range at the very least. Brady stands in the pocket, fires to the near side. Caught by David Patton. He's across the 25. And for a first down to the Oakland 22-yard line. Patriots moving inexorably closer to the Raider goal line and a possible field goal attempt. I smell overtime. I smell sausage and peppers. Adam is 7 of 12 from this range on the season. 45-yard field goal attempt coming up. Snap, ball down. Kick up on the way, and it is gone. It is gone. 45 yards. Adam Vinatieri kicks it through the snow. Now we go to overtime. And a nationwide audience is watching what the New England Patriots are made of. It's gritty stuff.
Having beaten the odds all season, the 50-50 chance of winning the coin toss seemed like a sure bet to the Patriots.
It is a tails.
All right, Patriots get the football.
I'll tell you what could be big here is a good kickoff return for field position.
Janikowski's kick is end over end. It is coming down to pass at the 10, right up the middle of the 15, to the 20, heading right to the 25, to the 30, still on the 34-yard line, a saving tackle made by Terry Kirby. Patriots looked dead early in that 4th quarter, but they really showed me something in coming back. 2nd down, direct snap to Brady. It's a screen to the right, complete to Redmond. At the 35, 40, on his feet, at the 45, up to the midfield stripe and driven down at the Oakland Raiders 45-yard line.
Through this blizzard, we can't even see those things developing and happening by spinning off the tackles.
Great piece of running by J.R. Redmond after the catch. 3rd and 5 at the rate of 45. Brady takes the direct snap. Over the middle it goes, complete to Wiggins. First down. East Boston's Jermaine Wiggins has been a big player in this football game for the Pats. First down. Near side left in motion. Right goes Patton. The give comes to J.R. Redmond. He is stacked up right there at the line of scrimmage.
Blitzing cornerback saw the handoff and made the tackle.
The Patriots will call timeout to talk things over. The field goal will be 45 yards into the wind.
Throw all that out the window. Brady's in there and looks like they're going to go for it.
4th down and 3 for the Patriots at the Oakland 27. Brady drops straight back to throw. Pump fake, fired, caught, first down. The catch was made on the ground, on the snow, by David Patton. Edwards, the fullback, to give this to Antoine Smith to the right. Turns the corner. He's got a first down inside the 40-yard line. Beautiful. Antoine Smith, 1st and goal to go. Patriots at the Oakland 9-yard line. The backs now in a tight set. Brady calling signals. Brady a quarterback keeper to the left.
Try to just inch it as close as possible.
Although the footing was not firm, Adam Vinatieri had been rock solid. The New England Patriots were 1 kick away from the AFC Championship game.
Kick is up. Patriots! Patriots win! Patriots win in overtime! 16-13 on the snowy field of Foxborough. Oh, baby! We're going to the AFC Championship game. How about that?
Oakland staying out west for a back-to-back West Coast trip. Didn't work out so well the first time, but they're playing the Raiders, not the Chargers. Hey, how are you, folks? Jason Horowitz, CBS Sports' Charlie Casserly. Glad to be with you on the NFL previews presented by Comcast. And Charlie, let's start with New England here because they're the team that still has a chance at the playoffs. What do you take of their chances?
I think they got a great chance. Okay, certainly they're going to be favored here with the Raiders. Then they come home to Arizona. Arizona has not won an East Coast game all year. And then they finish up at Buffalo. Hey, Buffalo's dying a slow death right up there. They can't score. I think they got a chance here to win these last 3 games, go 11-5.
But Charlie, we've asked this all year long with New England, and we have to do it again. We've done it with various players. They've lost guys, lost guys, lost guys. Now it's Teddy Bruschi who's done for the year. What kind of a factor does that play down the stretch?
Well, it plays a factor depending upon who you're playing. That's part of it. But also, Teddy Bruschi, I don't think Teddy Bruschi was having a Pro Bowl season, so I don't think they lost a tremendous amount here. They brought in Junior Seau. Hey, Junior Seau, maybe 40 years old. It's a 4-game season. He can get through 4 games. They'll get him through 4 games, I should say here. So I don't think, based on who they're playing and where they're playing them, I don't think it's as huge an impact as it would be earlier in the season.
All right. Meanwhile, the other part to this game is that it's Randy Moss's first trip back to Oakland since, of course, he was traded to the New England Patriots for last year's season. And Randy Moss is going up against Nnamdi Asomugha. Can he take away Randy Moss and make the Patriots beat him some other way?
I'll tell you what, this is going to be a fun matchup. You know, last week, Seattle, Marcus Trufant, who's a good corner, he went one-on-one a good part of the game with Randy Moss and really limited Moss during the game. Nnamdi Asomugha is a better corner than Marcus Trufant. He's having a great year. When I talk to people in the league, this is the one corner that continually sticks out as the best corner in the game today. Hey, I think he could match up with him. Remember, they're going against each other in practice.
Yeah.
So they kind of know each other a little bit. If I was Oakland, hey, I take my shot. What do I got to lose? If I do that, at least I can load up on some other areas.
Well, that's the other question. You get one-on-one with Randy Moss, maybe a little bit of safety help over the top, but you still don't have anybody to match up with Wes Welker.
No, Wes Welker.
We're talking about 20 catches here.
He might have a big day in this game. A lot of first downs with Wes Welker.
All right, meanwhile for Oakland here, what are you trying to do if you're the Raiders? What are you trying to establish?
Well, the Raiders' formula is to run the ball. That's what they do best. So, you know, they've got to go with that, and they can do pretty good with it. So, hey, that's what they've got to do. Now, the thing about the Raiders is they've got to find a way to be successful in the passing game. Last week against Oakland, against San Diego, not very good at all. Hey, when they beat Denver, they threw the ball not very many times, under 15, completed a very high percentage of passes in that game. That's what they got to hope to do here because, you know what, New England struggles stopping the passing game. If Oakland can get that going, they got a chance.
And that was on display last week when Seneca Wallace threw for 3 touchdown passes against the Patriots. Let's take a look at the AccuScore prediction, 10,000 tests, excuse me. Again, no AccuScore for this game, but as you'd expect, the Patriots are the favorite in this game. Charlie, you think they win?
I think they win. Now, one interesting thing here, Matt Castle has missed a good part of the week because a death in his family. His father passed away, and we're all sorry to hear that, and our prayers and thoughts are with the family. How will that affect him not practicing? In the first week, he's had that. But I just look at it this way. The Oakland Raiders have had no consistency from game to game this year. So for them to be consistent is not something you're going to count on. I like the Patriots to win. Hey, they're getting momentum for their playoffs. They see it at the end of they see that light at the end of the tunnel. I think they're going to win the game just because they're more consistent week in and week out in all phases of the game than the Raiders are.
All right, we'll see how it plays out. We can see the game on CBS. And for more on this one or any other in Week 15, be sure to stay with CBSSports.com. Watch everything else on the CBS Audience Network. For Charlie Casserly, I'm Jason Horowitz. Take care.
Hi, everyone. Kevin Harlan, Rich Gannon here in Oakland with your NFL recap presented to you by Lexus. That's our final score. Matt Castle with 4 touchdown passes today for the Pats. 2 to Randy Moss.
Yeah, he looked really good. You know, considering he lost his father early in the week, I thought he had a phenomenal performance. They came right out of the gates, Kevin. They scored in their first 4 possessions, and the Raiders defensively just had no answers today for this New England offense.
You know, what about the Raiders, Rich? Another 11-loss season for them.
You know, they've lost 7 of their last 9 since, you know, Tom Cable has took over for Lane Kiffin. They've really had no answers. And again, Kevin, I think that they have to go back and address a lot of situations, this organization, the inconsistency, the lack of finish. I really think that this organization right now is in disarray.
All right, the Patriots go to 9-5. That's all for now. Tune in next weekend for more NFL action on CBS Sports. Our coverage begins at noon Eastern with the NFL Today. And throughout the week, stay on top of all the latest NFL news and coverage from around the league at CBSSports.com. Good night from Oakland, California.
They went 7-9 last season with their young core and QB Derek Carr, as well as wide receiver Amari Cooper. They got off to a great start, but finished below 500. They bolstered their defense with safety Carl Joseph out of West Virginia. So over under 8 games for them.
Let me go first on this. I go last. All these ones we all agree on. Let's see if we agree on this. Over. I'm a believer in the Raiders. This roller coaster is going up. All needles, everything pointing to getting better. I think David Carr is real. I think he's good. And this team's being built the right way. That defense coming together with Khalil Mack and now Bruce Irvin. Maybe Jihad Ward's a player that can get in there. And I really like Carl Joseph, the safety from West Virginia. The Raiders over 8 wins feels very, very realistic to me this year.
Yeah, I hate to do this to you, man, but I'm with you. Seriously, I was on this train last year because I said Raiders fans are very passionate, at times very delusional. They're like college football fans a lot of the time. And I said, you know what? Jack Del Rio could be the best thing this organization has done in a long time because he's not putting up with any nonsense. He's not putting up with any foolishness. And you could clearly tell that on the football field last year. So what do they do in the offseason? If you're going to lose a Hall of Famer Charles Woodson, what do? You not only draft Joseph, but you get Reggie Nelson. You get him to lead Cincinnati. He tied for the NFL lead in interceptions last year with 8. Then you bring in Sean Smith from the Kansas City Chiefs. So you weaken a division rival, and your secondary is better. Now you got Irvin, you got Mack, and you got Derek Carr with Amari Cooper is going to be the next great wide receiver in the National Football League. And by the way, Michael Crabtree wasn't too bad as a Robin to his Batman. They could win 10 and make the playoffs. I'm with you, Will. This train continues to be on the right track, and I can't believe we're finally saying this commitment to mediocrity, a proud tradition in Oakland since 2002, may finally be coming to an end. I'm with you. I'm big on the
I echo all your sentiments. Yes, I agree. Latavius Murray, good running back. Yes. Obviously, Derek Carr in the wide receiving core. The defense looks really good, and they're young. Like, they're on the rise. You rarely see this happen where you get all these young guys, and then all of a sudden it kind of just comes together. I think we're going to see that, to be honest. Another team that we're not talking about today, I think we're a year or two away from seeing that in Jacksonville, too. I think that's going to be another one of those teams that's going to be on the rise. But Oakland is that team. They're ready to take that next step, I think, over on the Oakland Raiders. And look, it's funny because I was with Dallas Braden the other day here, who played for the Oakland A's. They need to get him a stadium. And I'm not one on, stadium welfare. I'm not big on that. But, man, the way he described that Coliseum, they need something there, and they need to keep them in Oakland. Like, to me, they're not the Raiders.
That stadium may be in Las Vegas.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind Vegas either, I gotta be honest. But you know what? I feel like that franchise needs to be in Oakland.
Yeah, it
so
wouldn't be the same.
Let's hope they get it done.
I love Vegas, too, but Las Vegas Raiders.
No. Actually, it works. Actually, perfect.
No, I'm just talking about in terms of, from Oakland Raiders just sounds better.
Agreed.
Yeah,
but if there was another city that had to take the Raiders, Vegas would be the one. But let's keep them in Oakland.
Yeah, 3 top players under 25.
Over under 4 minutes when we get back from the break.
What?
Over under 4 minutes we have in the show.
Oh, under, for sure.
Okay, more first take after the break. We'll see if George is right.
Completely under.